Here are some common reasons why your baby may not like the SNOO if you try it. More moms are asking me about the SNoo Bassinet and if it's a good idea for them to get it so their baby can sleep better. So I saw this article. Atlanta is offering city employees a free 6-month rental of the SNOO Smart Sleeper Bassinet. And I found it on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. So this is a great benefit for any parent who is working, but nobody's talking about what happens on day 181 or what happens if your baby just doesn't take to it. And we're going to talk about the two what ifs. So in the article, it's saying that the program launched in January of this year, and it allows City of Atlanta employees to use the SNOO rental program for free. And the city is, again, the first in the country to offer this kind of benefit to its employees. The bassinet uses a specifically designed sleep sack and built-in sensors to detect if your baby is fussy, if they wake up, and it automatically increases the rocking motion and white noise to soothe a baby back down. So a SNOO costs nearly $1,700. A pre-loved unit, around $1,200, and renting one is about $160 per month. The mom in the article said that her son was sleeping about 10 hours at night within 2 months. Now, if you have a baby that's under 3 months old, it is generally recommended that you feed them throughout the night if they wake up. What's genuinely good here is the price. It's a good price to give people more access to rent or buy the SNOO. The City of Atlanta frames it as complementing other benefits like its 6 weeks of paid child caregiver leave, which is good because some moms in this country deliver a baby and 2 weeks they're back to work. But here's what I want you to take away from this. The SNOO Bassinet promises 6 months of sleep, which isn't a guaranteed, it's just an average. So here's the reality check. What if your baby uses the SNOO, but they don't like it? Here are some common reasons why your baby may not like the SNOO if you try it. Your baby may resist. They may not like the swaddle that's attached or the sleep sack. And it may be that they're sensitive to the motion, or they need more contact from you, more soothing from you instead of a machine, more than the device provides. So hear me out. When you have a baby, you just never know what they're gonna need. You might get the bassinet, smart or not, but it's a tool. It's not a sleep plan. It can support sleep, but it doesn't teach a baby to self-soothe on its own. And that's the thing with the technology out there, like all the apps, the sleep apps, it's just that you get so tied to it that when it doesn't work, what do? You're left hanging. If your baby fights it, it doesn't mean that something wrong with your baby or that the investment that you made into getting the SNOO was wasted. It just means you probably need the piece that the bassinet can't give you. And that is an actual plan around your baby that no matter what technology, no matter where you are capable of getting your baby to sleep through the night. Reality check number 2. What if your baby outgrows the SNOO Bassinet by 3 months instead of the 6 months that it's promising? So the article says 6 months is the typical length of time a SNOO Bassinet is used before the baby is too big or your baby can get onto their hands and knees independently. Keyword, typical doesn't mean universal. And if you have a big baby or your baby grows fast, your baby can start developing and doing things like rolling over way faster than what the SNOO Bassinet is suggesting. So if you are totally dependent on a SNOO, what are you gonna do if that happens? For example, my babies were huge and they outgrew a lot of things that were supposed to last them longer. Babies who roll early, grow faster, or get more active sooner can outgrow it well before 6 months. I know, because my babies were big babies and they hit developmental milestones very early. Meaning some families are gonna lose 1 to 3 months of the free benefit that the SNOO says that it's paying for. So even if you finish paying for the SNOO, it's going to be a waste at that point. So if you use the SNOO and it just doesn't work for you or your baby, and you put all your eggs in that basket, that's the moment where parents are gonna feel like they're left with a baby who can't sleep without rocking or some kind of motion. And now you're left with a baby who needs to transition to a crib without all the technology, which is exactly the transition my program, Baby Sleep Accelerator, specializes in. So a lot of moms will say, oh, my baby was sleeping great until they hit like 6 months old, and now they have to transition them to a crib, and it's very challenging for them. So whether your baby loved the snoo for 6 months or outgrew it at 4 months, the transition to independent crib sleep is the same challenge either way. And it's the exact thing I help parents through in my baby sleep coaching program. So one of the key things that I teach moms is the sleep association stacking technique. Basically, it's just you repeating the same steps throughout a course of time, and then your baby associates those cues with sleeping. That becomes a signal. Once you get that down, your baby will know how to sleep better independently. When they wake up, they'll know how to self-soothe and go back to sleep. The goal of baby sleep coaching is for your baby to learn how to sleep on their own gently without any cry it out methods. So once your baby can sleep independently, this is a great benefit, getting the SNOO Bassinet, but it's not a sleep plan that will last. If you want help that can sustain your baby well beyond the 4-month or 6-month mark, comment, follow for more baby sleep tips, or go to babysleepaccelerator.com for more.